To share Adom TV so no yetwa yensem no eso na yetwe wadwene esi adebako a eye ewiemu nsakra ye de etukotena eba empempisi ye ka etukotena ho asem a ya na hwehwemu no ede wani ehwe obi ote Ghana wotukwa akwa amonone akoye adwuma akobobra nanso ene ukọ my Ghana mu anase wo ba Ghana ha se ya akuafo ewe atifido mantem bebre na etu ekotena enkura wodo so esan wiemu nsakra ye ene sika kakra wo penti enti Adom kase Adom wasuko ebo ho amane atwa mfonyini akere wo se be ya behunu niye ne niema ekoso esan ewiemu nsakra ye enti ede etukotena eba
Wamanga na mu ewiem obabre ade baako a epam manfo titire ene mma akuafo efri mantifido mantem bepie anafo a enyasem ketua wonum efri wonkurase ewesire mantem mu eba kura kese mu tise nkran ne kumase a wode wo ho behye bodwabodwa adwuma mu tise kaye yemu a enyasem ketua omu se tukotena omutu eba anafo hanum sei no ade a eden ma wo yipa nanso tide bia wohwe asetena owomuo na wohwe se de esa ewiem abobre ntikua adwuma enkoso a na ese wogya abusua ewakire na oba bebre epe bibi na ode akofie akwakohwe wonum ekire mu a sika kakra wonum nya no ene wonum edi kofie amabusua a wonum akakire so edi ehwefie ewo kwan a na ekomo a edi wonum wo ho no wonum atumi edi asoso ano
befre walwal se mi wa hankwa de me busuafo pepebi a gise me ma omo sama mama omo ahwan na bekọ akoma omo nti me ye adwuma na omo pa bibia metumi me wo bi nkwa de mema me ne bi kura me force anya bi ama omo me busua nkwa na wo me ba na eda me nansu
me se me nye adwuma me se this kama me mama no asham
me firi wala ha se ye bre no ba ye krom de ye mbre sa ye mbre so ye nye sika wo ho no anso bre obenye bi so ne de nto wo ho no nti eme aduane na ntima anye bebre se da ya ye no ntima anye se ne mo te se me ba no sa no hu mfa na o mbeka kire na mama o musika ene me nwia ne mu
eno da nkyene a yesan no mo twetwe nkomo ebisai se de adwumadi a wonum edi na nafo ha no esikro wonum ekire a omo abrabo no enya ade a etumi fa no ntuma pefra da empo se obepiem wo ha no efiri se obepiem ewo kuro kesie mu nso a eno nko a eho haw ewo ho no mu a sika esese wonum nya no nso enye no ene wo mu ensaka wonum beso anuema dududu nyina nanso bewie no na sika fia bi ene wonum nya eno emu akora
ai me ba ben anya nof na me nya ha na me marketing
kai yo no se aye nanti aye nya adwuma egusi sresre ya manfo se omfa ya adwuma bebre so omum pines fire enti yesre nyankopɔ se enye sika na yenko
adwuma na enye na se adwuma ni enhye ambassa
Dr. Shelter Gache ena wada Sage Initiative ano ena wo kire se efri emfimpi mienu emu ba ne de na nka tukotena dodo a efri esiri mantem mu eba anafo ha sei no dodo no aye mema nanso esan se enuema sesenti sei emanyina efri afimpi mienu ni du ba ne de odo ho ahyemu bia wonom nso eba na dodo mu a wonom eba be ye kaya yi bia enya semketua.
In Ghana, the northern region, they are located in a dry harsh zone. So when they have prolonged droughts, when they have unpredictable rainfall distribution, it affects their agricultural productivity, which in turn affects their livelihood because they're dependent on this agricultural productivity. So in turn, some of them have to find ways to supplement their household income. And some of them adopt certain strategies. But most in recent years, migration has become quite popular. So some of them have some household members move down south. When they move down south, some of them, the most popular, should I say, work they do is what is known as karaye. So when they come, they get some money and they send it back home. And that's known as remittances. The household then can use the money to supplement their income. So remember that the agricultural productivity has been affected because of the negative effects of climate change. In fact, the studies prove it. The household that receive remittances are much more likely to build climate resilience as compared to households that do not receive remittances.
But it took what an idea. Do one did say. Enya de pa fi se wutu afiri ukrum aba baabi a trebi kura wo ma hoda no ya na enya asem ketua nanso kwan baako a wonum efa so edi dwane ewiem abobre nsa kira ya eto won so wure ewosire mantem mu a enya asem ketua.
For migration to be promoted as an adaptation to the government needs to acknowledge it as an adaptation tool. When you look at the National Adaptation Plan, it's not explicitly stated that migration is an adaptation. So we need migration to be accepted as an adaptation tool or acknowledged as an adaptation tool. Hereby, we can have structures put in place that can govern migration. That right now, when remittances are sent home, in as much as it helps households, it's considered as a private money. The government doesn't have any role to play in it, and it can be used how the household. For instance, we can have remittances tax reduced, right? So we can have taxes placed on our remittances. They should be reduced. Then we can encourage the migrants in Accra or in the big cities. When they are remitting, they can have a public fund. They can send money into it where they are sure that it is reduced, the tax is reduced, and there are certain systems in place whereby such remittances can be used for some of the things back home, like irrigation systems and storage facilities and training of farmers on how to cope with climate change.
Edi wie no ye kan sisu dua se wiem abobren sakira ya emo manfo etubata eba anafo ha sei no e yade a ewo ho na e hadwene yie pa
Salmani boy CDKN NFA University of Ghana C3SSR wonya wo mo a e de free Clear R41 Opportunities Fund ho ene de bremo